Transformers, more than meets the eye. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the...
Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special figure showcase and review we're going to be looking at the 2012 Fall of Cybertron Jazz figure. So what we're going to do with this video, we're going to have a detailed look at him in both of his modes to help you decide how you want to display him. I'll show you the accessory that comes with him to help you know if yours is complete. We'll do some comparisons with him and some other figures that share pretty much the same mold, as well as are in the same toy line as him. And because he's a Jazz figure, we're going to do some comparisons with him, his original Generation 1 self, and some other Jazz figures that are again in the Generations toy line. So then, let's get started. We're going to start off in alternate mode, which is normally something that I don't usually do, but I just like this alternate mode and I think it looks really good. Of course, it's based on the game of the same name, Fall of Cybertron, and I think that the little details here on the wheels just look brilliant, same as the detail there on the inside of the door. And it looks futuristic, it looks Cybertronian. Yeah, I'm just impressed with it. I love all of the details on it, to be honest. I really liked this toy line. I know that a few people didn't, but for me, I thought it was very good. I know they used, but they always do, don't they? They use the same molds over and over and just slightly redeco or retool them. But I like it, as I say. So here is his weapon. There's actually a hole right the way through there. That's a 3mm hole. And we've got a very basic gun that we can attach to the roof like so. As I say, the car itself is pretty good at hiding most of the robot, but these will end up being the legs. The fist, the hands are there, which you can see. They're not too noticeable. You can turn them around at the back like that. But again, if you're going to be displaying this, you're going to be displaying it with it facing forwards rather than the back anyway. So again, just really like it. So let's move from now into his robot mode and see how he looks in that mode. So here he is in his robot mode, and quick apologies for not doing the transformation process on camera. A couple of reasons I don't do it is first and foremost not to spoil it for you guys, and second to keep the length of the video down. However, there will be a separate video of the transformation process put up if you want to watch it. So let's have a look at the head sculpt to start off with, and again it's good. You can tell it's Jazz. It's got the dark visor. There is another variant with a slightly lighter coloured one, which I don't have unfortunately, but that's just something for you to be aware of. The head does of course still turn around. It will look up and down as well, so we've got good articulation there. You can see inside there that the shoulder is on a ball and socket joint. You've got a full range of motion. Biceps or elbow movement is again ratcheting backwards and forwards. Hips are ball and socket. Knees and it's not like an ankle tilt, it's more like an ankle forwards and backwards. So yeah, it's not like a rock, it's more like a tilt. But again, as you'd expect, quite a lot of articulation on it, to be honest. I suppose when he's in this particular mode, he does maybe look a little bit top heavy, if you want to, I suppose, if you want to be honest and pick a little bit of fault at it. But I think it's not too much. He just about gets away with it. And of course, you can put the gun in his hand. He's got a bit of, as I say, wrist movement, but as you saw in the first part of the video, that is really mainly for transformation purposes. Right, before we do some comparisons, let's have a quick look at a sealed example. So again, there's the Generations tagline, and again, as I said at the beginning, it is based on the game Fall of Cybertron. If we spin it round to the back, we've got the tech spec, which is brilliant, and I like the fact that they brought these back for some of the Generations figures. And then we've got a little bit of spiel there about Jazz, so I'm going to just say, if you want to read it yourself, you can pause it now and then just have a quick read. So yeah, this is the standard Hasbro version. The Takara version does have a different paint job on him. Right, so let's have a look at some other figures with him then. So this particular figure, Sideswipe, yeah, pretty much, yeah, had an extensive, well, not extensive, quite a bit of a retool and a much bigger weapon given to him, but you can probably pretty much tell that they do share the same mold. And then another figure of the same toy line. I like this figure, but again, if you're worried about scale, he's completely off, because that is of course Ultra Magnus, and he's literally just, as you can see, apart from about to topple over, he's the same size, if not a tiny bit smaller than Jazz. So the scaling was a little bit off in this particular toy line. Let's have a look at some actual Jazzes then. So this is of course the original G1 Jazz. And what I've just realised about this guy is he's very similar to the Studio Series 86 version. What I mean by that is, of course, he doesn't have any doors protruding from either side. If I just move all these over for a second, because the other figure I'm about to put up, I think up until this guy used to take the mantle of, I suppose, the favourite version of Jazz, or the much better version. Again, I like it. I think it's good. I've put the speakers up just for now. But yeah, I've just noticed them two obviously are quite similar with the lack of visible doors showing. But overall, you know, he's a great character. He's so popular, and I don't think they've done a bad figure of him, in all honesty. So there you go, guys. This is and was the Fall of Cybertron Jazz figure. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care. Thanks for watching. Like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe.